Hi guys. So let's see. I think, oh man. Ouch. Patchouli. It's really good stuff. Um, yeah, I'm out. So I guess I'll do some resin. Anyway, I haven't lit my incense yet, and I haven't lit my palo. But I'm here. Today is a stunningly beautiful day. Beautiful, beautiful day. And very sunny, fairly warm for winter. No idea how warm it is because I haven't looked at a weather report or anything like that, but it's been pretty damn warm. And I understand that we're supposed to get snow next week, which doesn't really matter, but it keeps our water totals up, which is great. Okay. So, let's see. While I light my palo, I was looking at astrology this morning, and there wasn't anything that totally stood out. But I was thinking Jupiter ended retrograde this month, December, and it doesn't end until February. And right now, I think it's in opposition to the Sun and Mercury conjunct in Sagittarius. And Jupiter is expansion. Sagittarius, it's the ruler of Sagittarius. So it is actually sitting in Gemini. And Mercury, which is ruled by Gemini, is sitting in Sagittarius. In opposition to each other, which is called a mutual reception. Okay, so here we are. I think it's Friday. And I got to tell you guys, I've said this before, it seems like nothing's moving, nothing's happening. And then just all of a sudden, it's like you look up and it's like Friday again. Well, it's Friday again. Today's Friday. I'm just busy. And it just seems like the weeks they're just flying by. Let's see, Mercury is retrograde, and today is the 6th of December, so Mercury only has another week to go. It turns a direct on the 15th, and then give it a couple days to get full force, full movement before it's considered completed, over. Yeah, and that's going to be in 8 days, 7 days. No, 8 days. That's amazing. And it's in the sign of Sagittarius, and I have a packed house of Sagittarius. And this has been, knock on wood, a very simple and easy Mercury retrograde for me. I don't know if it's because my focus is somewhere else but it's been such a smooth, easy, actually, I think I probably have benefited more than when it's direct in this retrograde. It's very odd. Okay. I hope you are all doing really well. And you are happy and blessed and prosperous and loving this December. I love December energy. Probably because half my chart is December energy. Okay, the affirmation for today is every day in every way, I am more confident. And I'll tell you, over the years, uh, I have hit pinnacles of confidence, what I thought were pinnacles of confidence. And then I realized that I haven't even hit true, honest confidence. And then I jump a bit more and I go into like what I think is a pinnacle of confidence. And then I realize I'm not even there yet. And I do it again. It's like, you hit levels and you think, oh, this is it. I finally reached my level of confidence, true blue confidence. Yeah. And then you realize there's so much more you could go. There's so much more confidence you could have. Um, and literally life challenges, I think, are the only way to accomplish those goals. Setting goals and accomplishing those goals, and life challenges, things that come up where you didn't expect and you handle them quite well. The self care card for today is creativity. Expressing your creativity, delight in the mystery of your inner muse. So, creativity is a biggie right now. And I actually have been in not a real creative mode lately. Well, maybe. I get I get these like creative streaks. Okay, I guess I'm always kind of creative, but I get these creative streaks that take over anything and everything. And I'm really hoping that I've got to a place in my life where that doesn't really happen anymore, that I'm able to maintain a balance. But if I get a creative project going, it something like just hits me, and I'll put everything aside. I will literally put everything aside for that creative project to get it off the ground, to like do it. I become almost obsessed with my own creative projects. Yeah, and I actually enjoy that feeling. It's probably not terribly healthy, but I do enjoy it. And it probably has some kind of a Neptune connection. I'll have to like watch for that and see if it happens. Okay, the what do you call it? Angel message for the day is inspiration. A fresh idea comes like a gentle whisper to your heart. Listen and act on this inspiration from above. Again, creativity. And then we have the word of the day, which is nurturing. And nurturing could have to do with creativity, nurturing your creativity, nurturing yourself, nurturing others. Um, I personally am a very nurturing type of person. A very nurturing type of person. And I absolutely encourage anybody to be nurturing, because it is something that people people just kind of brush aside or overlook. If you have somebody in your life that's a very nurturing type person, um, feel blessed, feel um, feel like you have, a lot of people, when they have a very nurturing person in their life, will get annoyed with the nurturing person. But then when that nurturing person isn't there anymore, they realize how precious that person was because they don't have it anymore. And it is a pretty rare thing to have somebody who is completely nurturing to themselves, to other people, to animals, to their environment, to nature, to anything. I mean, nurturing kind of goes a long way. So if you have somebody in your life that is a true blue nurturing type of person and they're giving to you, cherish them. Cherish them and hang on to them because there's not a lot out there. Okay, so today's read. Today's read is about having enough or having a lot, having lavish abundance. This is somebody who, it's the Nine of Pentacles, and it's a woman, and she's dressed in these beautiful robes, and she's standing in her garden, and her garden is made of pentacles, and she has a falcon on her arm as she's standing there admiring her garden and her falcon. And this is about having your material, financial needs completely met. You have more than enough to take care of yourself, more than enough to share. You're very secure. You're very abundant. It's like a natural abundance. It just flows into your life. And the challenge that this woman has is secrets. I don't know that this, I'm saying woman because it's a woman on the card and this is the situation. But it could be a male energy. I do not believe that it is. I do feel feminine energy. Normally the High Priestess is about your intuition and your inner knowing, following your guides, trusting your psychic abilities, trusting your heart over your mind, so on and so forth. But it can also be secrets. And in this reading, I do believe that the problem that this woman is having is, or the challenge that she's having, is keeping secrets. Let's see. So we're going to go with she. There is a disclaimer about what collective readings are down in the description below. It's not really a disclaimer. It's just, well, yeah, I guess it is kind of a disclaimer. But anyway, it's about what collective readings are and the fact that this is not a one-on-one reading. This is, it can be a large group of people all experiencing this same energy at the same time. So this could be hundreds of thousands of people. But for the sake of this reading, I am using this woman, this man, so on and so forth, because that's what I see. So this woman, she has arrived or is about to arrive at a very lucrative financial position. And her challenge in life is keeping that quiet, keeping that secret, keeping that away from people who might do her harm. And that's not to say that it's showing any harm in this reading. Thank God, because Let me tell you, I'm like all these readings about, this person and that person. Oh my God. Anyway, this woman in the past, um, she didn't have any illusions. She she saw things very, very clearly, and she knew exactly what she needed to do and how she needed to do it. And it looks like she has done that, and she has become this this lady of leisure, or this lady of wealth. Um, the intention that she has is to wait, just kind of wait and see. I don't know, do research maybe. Let's see, wait. We'll look at wait and see. Why is she waiting? Oh, well, there is something coming up. Um, a celebration, a collaboration, a uniting community, loving relationships, so on and so forth. So she is actually in waiting mode. She must be waiting for these people to arrive, uh, waiting for something to take place in her life. And it is not time for her to act. It is time for someone else, or many someones. It looks like many someones to do the acting, or do the action. In her subconscious, she has um, what I think is herself as the Queen of Cups, which is a very loving, nurturing. Um, what was the? Oh yeah, creative. um, yeah, a very nurturing person who pays attention to their inner dialogue. She probably meditates quite a bit. She listens more to her intuition than she does to her mind. Um, anyway, when I flipped over, I wanted to find out about her in that position. And when I flipped over the deck, I got the Lovers. So I have a feeling that she has either entered a new love relationship, or she has one very soon coming in. I am thinking she's already in this, because um, the arriving in a position, the secrets, the people in the intention portion, I'm thinking that she is already in something. Um, when I asked about her, what I got is that in the past, she was in a position of just complete harmony and relaxation. Right now, she is in a place where she is moving um, like day by day and moment by moment. She is focused on what the tasks that she needs to take care of right now, today, or right now in her existence. She's really not thinking about the past. She's not really thinking about the future. It shows that in the very near future, and the near future could be later today, or it could be tomorrow, or it could be a week from now. Time in readings like this is kind of hard to nail down, and it's really best to not even try. Anyway, it shows participation, and the Three of Cups, which is the intention, are really similar. This is like these people who are dancing, holding their cups. I mean, that's the energy of participation. So I'm thinking that there's going to be some type of gathering, some type of celebration, something along those lines. She has mastered herself. She has mastered her emotions. She has total control over her emotions. She, her mind is functioning properly. It is a tool to be used, not uh, like, something to be followed. It's kind of a combination of your intuition and um, your your intuition and your mind, logic, reason. That would be your balanced self. The logic and reason is the male, the intuition is the female, intuition and creativity is the female energy. And when you have a balance between those two, that's where you get the master. Well, she is at that place. She is the master of her emotions. She is the master of her mind. She is the master of herself. She has some energy coming into her, like in her influence of change. I'm not really going to look at that just because I just wanted to see this woman. It doesn't really have anything to do with the um, the read itself, and the lovers kind of confirmed to me why she was in the subconscious and all that good kind of stuff. But the outcome is existence for her, and I wanted to read you existence, which is kind of short. It's you are not accidental. Existence needs you. Without you, something will be missing in existence and nobody can replace it. And I say this so much. I think it probably comes from me losing so many people in my life. I've lost hundreds of close family and friends throughout my life to all different kinds of things. And it was a very heavy burden. Now I view it a little bit differently than a burden, but I've learned this about people very well over my life because I've lost so many people. You can't replace anybody. So when you meet somebody, you fall in love with them, whether it's platonic or it's romantic, and you love them, cherish them, because someday they won't be there and you cannot replace them. We are all very, very different. We're all completely unique. And that is what makes it interesting is the fact that we're all unique. And when somebody passes, when somebody goes away, that energy is gone forever. It never returns. You don't ever find that same exact energy again, no matter how much you look for it, no matter how hard you try. Animals, same thing. I've lost a lot of animals, and every single one of those animals have been completely different personalities, right down to birds. You never that energy of that being is never duplicated. I know I'm going on and on and on about that, but I find it very important because I have seen people act as though uh, other people are annoying or less than, or um, they discard them, or they don't treat them with the most love and affection. And that's usually something wrong with the person who's loving. But I like to point out pretty regularly to people that the people that are in your life, um, they can't be replaced. That energy can't ever be replaced. And once they're gone, you will miss them. And some more than others. And then the other thing I was going to tell you was it just came to me, and it was oh, if you have people that are in your life that are irritating the hell out of you. I saw this the other day where some boy, young man, was saying that his sister drives him absolutely insane. Well, just as a side note, if you have somebody in your life that drives you insane, that's because they are mirroring qualities that you have that drive you insane. you, it's all about you. It's honestly all about you. So if you are getting annoyed by people around you, you're getting pissed off at them or annoyed by them or you're talking crap about them, chances are they are displaying something. It's called mirroring. You are seeing yourself in them. And that is a lot of, I mean, that's a big thing. There's a big thing about parents, being like our parents or not being like our parents. Like I remember years ago, I used to have a thing about thinking that I was very much like my mom, but my mom drove me absolutely crazy, and I was like, which is a mirror. I was like my mom. I'm no longer like my mom, and I'm no longer worried about being like my mom because not because she's passed, but because I realized that I was mirroring. I was not really like my mom. I was mirroring things through my mom. Once I solved those problems, once I faced those things within myself, that went away. And now I see myself as being completely unique to my mother. Yeah. Um, so, anyway, existence, um, that's what gives you dignity. That the whole existence will miss you. The stars, the moon, the sun, the trees, the birds, the earth, everything in the universe will feel a small place is vacant, which cannot be filled by anybody except you. This gives you a tremendous joy, a fulfillment that you are related to existence and existence cares for you. Once you are clean and clear, you can see tremendous love falling on you from all dimensions. And I'm going to guess that this woman that this is about is exactly in that place because she's actually in the master energy. Um, yeah. And she's got this lover's card here. And then in the future, she has the marriage card. So there is this is the very near future. She has a marriage coming up. Uh, and I'm guessing that it is related to the lovers. And then we have the what to do category. So uh, I'm assuming that all of this stuff has been viewed by somebody else. Uh, the reason why I am saying that is because we have this. Originally, I was thinking it was this woman. But then we have the what to do category over here. And we have, and it may be this woman. It may be. I haven't decided to, I haven't decided to go there yet. But I pulled like 3 clarifiers on this. And I probably shouldn't have done that. That's probably what I did wrong. I probably should have just left it because it says that the card is no teamwork or planning. It's the 3 of Pentacles. So the what to do would be no teamwork or planning. So and then when I clarified that, it was stability, happy family, home, community, reunion, harmony, peace, relaxation, celebration, success, and security. Okay? But the next card was no ending, no new beginning. And this was a fear of change, stuck, illness, depression, resistance, holding on, stagnancy, bad habits, lack of direction, opposition, aggression, self-doubt, unstable, defeat, and travel issues. I know this is not this woman's energy. This is not her energy. So I believe there is another energy here that this side over here is all about this woman, but it is from the perspective of an unknown energy. And it's showing up here in this what to do category. It has not shown up anywhere except for possibly this existence. Possibly this existence. It shows that this woman, I don't know. That was about the woman. So it wasn't about the other energy. Anyway, I think there's another energy here. And I think the other energy is the energy that is thinking and talking about this woman. And that other energy is feeling like they've lost something. And I think maybe that's where existence comes in. Because they feel like they had something and they screwed it up and they lost it. Fear of change, stuck, illness, depression, resistance, holding on, stagnancy, bad habits. So I am actually thinking that this person that was all in this first part is the person that this what to do person, or the person the reading is about, is actually coming out here in this what to do. And then in the environment, we have a man. We have lies. We have lies or a lack of clarity. Somebody is confused. Somebody's not getting the whole thing. There was a man who is a King of Cups, which typically is the counterpart to the Queen of Cups in the past. And it shows care, good partner, calmness, friendship, emotional control, diplomacy, stability, generosity, wisdom. And then it shows arriving in a position, emotional comfort, lifetime achievement, maturity, independence, peace, the fruits of your labors, and no new beginning. So it's financial issues, infertility, self-talk, creative block, dependence, domestic strife, overbearing, financial issues. I've got endurance is a problem, weakness, self-doubt. There's a King of Pentacles that popped up here. And something about no heartbreak, which I see no heartbreak in the greatest hopes and fears. And so pretty much now I'm thinking this is actually a man's energy. He is thinking about this Queen of Cups woman in the past, possibly. He is realizing that she cannot be replaced. She is a one of a kind. She can't be replaced. And it looks like, based on the what to do, something has gone very wrong here, and he can't fix it. He can't fix it. Maybe because she doesn't want to fix it. Maybe because she's moved on, because there is the marriage card in the future, and you've got the happy family up here, and you've got some kind of secret. Now I realize it's not her secret, it's his secret. So he has a secret. Oh my. Okay, so the secret is that he's obsessed, possibly. Detachment, exploring dark thoughts, release, independence, freedom, restoring control. It's actually the devil in reverse. So sometimes I see that as not having any sex. So it could be secrets around sex. And then I see long distance communication in regards to that. But I'm thinking that this devil is possibly a secret about a desire to control, possibly, or yeah, with the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom as the situation, I'm thinking it's possibly about finances. Total lack of cups, even though we have the Lovers over here. There's a lack of cups, and this might be about a work situation. The greatest hopes and fears is that there would be no heartbreak, that it would be, like possibly heartbreak did happen, and this person wishes that it did not. And then the outcome is wishes and desires, hopes and dreams. It's somebody who wants, they want what they want. They want great things to happen. They have all these desires around this situation or around this relationship. But that's all they are, is desires. It's not like there's going to be any resolution. Okay, so I'm going to look at this way. Excuse me. Oh my. Yeah, so when I ask for clarity on the outcome is a guy. This is the wishes and desires guy. He's kind of like, looking at his harvest. He is kind of daydreaming. He's kind of thinking. This is actually a wand, so it is typically an action, but he is an action which is actionless because he is standing there thinking about all the things that he loves and wishes. Now, clarity on this outcome. We have lies in the past. We have um, indecision. And ironically, a lot of the cards that are in this outcome are a lot of the cards that are in this environment. So, right now, there is a greed, hoarding, a fear of loss, over conservative, protection, financial issues, fixation on material things, possessiveness. There is a moving on to calmer waters in the near future, which is new potentials, relocation, um, rite of passage, healing, releasing. And then we have in the what to do ambition, competition, cutthroat, conflict, bad relationships, disconnection, divorce, broken home. We have a lot of really bad stuff in the what to do category. What to do. So that means that somebody is doing something that is not nice, not kind. Because the outcome of that situation is poverty, isolation, temporary hardship, financial loss, destruction, breakups, divorce, stress, and insecurity. So that person is hoping to create that situation on this woman. And we've been seeing this periodically. Um, and you know, I gotta tell you something that's really bizarre about these reads is that, and I don't know if it's the way my guides are giving it to me or if there is some kind of secrecy or cloaking or hiding in the energy. Because I've noticed like a theme for the last, I don't know, month or more of like, when you lay out the cards, I can kind of scan the cards and see. I can tell you in like 5 words or less what the reading is about. what the point is or what they're trying to get across. But I've noticed like in the last month and a half I can't really do that. And I am thrown by the outcome card. Like if you took away the outcome card, I would see very clearly what it was, but then the outcome is very different from what the rest of the spread is giving me. And then once I see that outcome card is different and I start digging and I look at each individual placement deeper, then I can see the stuff that's going on underneath the surface. And I think that is very Neptunian, meaning the planet Neptune is all about, which is the ruler of Pisces. And it is about, it's drugs, it's alcohol, it's, it's any type of, it would, anesthetic would fall underneath Neptune. It's this Neptunian energy that is it, and I think it's been prominent for since like 2019. I'm gonna have to look and see what transit, if Neptune made a different transit in 2019, because it reminds me of Neptune energy. And I would say that we as a society or as, general people have been under this type of an energy since 2018, 2019. I'm going to look it up and I'm going to see when Neptune or where Neptune was around that time and see if there was a transition. But it's almost like it reminds me of an energy of the Aquarian age. Like in Pluto in Capricorn is all about transformation of the material. So corporate, government, financial, all those types of things. Then you have Aquarius, which is, and maybe that's where that energy is coming from, is that Pluto transition into Aquarius, which is now finalized, but we would have started feeling it much, much earlier. I'll bet that's what it is. I bet it's Pluto energy that is not necessarily Neptune. So the difference between the two is Neptune. Okay, so Neptune right now is in Pisces. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Neptune is in Pisces. So let's go back 5 years and see. 5 years? 20, no. 2020 would be 5. 2020 would be 4. 2019. So let's go back to 2018. Just to get a glimpse of Neptune. So Neptune was in Pisces and had been in Pisces for quite some time. So that is not it. Pluto. So that would put it onto possibly Pluto, the energy that I'm feeling. Because at that point in time, Pluto was very solidly in Capricorn still. So that would describe the difference between the two, between the Capricorn energy and the Aquarius energy. And I'll bet that's what it is. But it reminds me to say, don't take things that you see or hear, especially, what was the old saying? Don't believe anything you hear, only half of what you see. And I gotta look it up because it was a great little saying. Don't believe anything you hear, half of okay, don't believe anything you hear. So it was Edgar Allan Poe, and it was just that simple. Edgar Allan Poe, the most commonly cited source of Edgar Allan Poe's short story, The System of Dr. Tar and Professor Feather, 1845, where the character, Dr. Feather, says, believe nothing you hear and only half of what you see. And that, I thought there was like 3 parts to it, but I'm just fine with it exactly the way it is. Don't believe anything you hear and only half of what you see. And that describes the feeling, the energy that we've experienced for 5 years, possibly 6. Prior to that, everything seemed very solid and very specific, and like we could hang our hat on something that we saw and felt. And that is not true. In fact, a lot of things prior to that that we could hang our hats on, or we said we could hang our hats on, have been proven incorrect. And I would say this has been going on probably my entire life, my entire existence. It's been like this, where something looks like it's solid, it stands for something, and it is what it is. You're looking at it, and then all of a sudden, in the last 5 years, you're looking at it and you're like, wait a minute. This is not what I always thought it was. This is not. And there's another saying that is, it's easier to convince people of a lie than to convince them they've been lied to. And I actually was just watching something not too long ago, maybe this week, where somebody said that. And I thought, wow, that's really very specific to what we're going through right now. You can convince people of a lie easier than you'll convince them they have been lied to. That means that people have a hard time facing when they're wrong, when they have they have bit down on something and they have bought into some particular thing. They are having a very difficult time letting go of that. But over the last 5 years, at least 5 years, we have seen that to be exactly the opposite. But I still see people hanging on like a pit bull to their old ideas. Their old ideas. And I started getting messages. I couldn't even tell you when I started seeing messages, but it was a long time before 5 years ago that was going to be a challenge for people coming up. That there was going to be a challenge to open up, get your ego out of the way, because a lot of that is ego. A lot of it is ego. You feel, I don't know, maybe you don't want to be wrong about something, but if you take the right and wrong out of it, it isn't about making somebody wrong. It's about opening up to the possibility that there is another answer. And we have seen that for the last 5 years, that a lot of what we originally thought, a lot of what we originally believed is actually wrong. not what we were taught, not what we believed. And I think that is the shift between Pluto leaving Capricorn and going into Aquarius. And I think that's going to become even more prominent. And I think people who have an inability to let go of their ego considerations and open up to possibilities and to new ways of thinking and to new information and new ideas, it's going to be much easier for them. The people who hang on dogmatically to old versions of themselves, old versions of their family, their friends, old versions of life in general, old anything that you are hanging on to, view wise, idea wise, that is, if you're hanging on to them, you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle and you're going to struggle and you're going to struggle and you're going to lose. I'll just let you know right now, because Pluto is the planet of transformation. It tears down what isn't working to rebuild something that is working. Sorry, I have a hair. So you'll lose. You know, you can struggle, you can fight, you can put up a fight, you can do all you want to do, but if in the end, the universe will win. It always does. It always does. So if you can, you know, open up your mind to the possibility that you're probably wrong about something or someone, and learn something new or be open to a truth, because this person here, I have 3 instances of lies. 3 instances. That is actually the truth. These are all coming out upside down. This is lies. Lies, lies, lies. So this person is, and there's another one up there, and there's another one over there. So lies. Lies were in the past. Uh, Maybe not lies, but lack of clarity, untruths. Untruths. There is a difference between an untruth and a lie. I think an untruth is something that you say unintentionally, and a lie is something you say intentionally. But the overall energy of these reads, it appears very good, very positive, very lovely. And then as you dig deeper into the read, you see that there is a lot more to what's going on than meets the eye. And I think that is true of everything and everyone. Okay, so runes for the day. I have no idea how long this has been. It seems like forever. And I have so much to do. This one, I think, is a witchy. It is. This person, this read, this is the past, and this was crossroads, major life choices, being stuck, the unknown, being afraid to move forward, contemplating, making decisions. And in the present, we have restriction, conflict, willpower, endurance, self-reliance, caution, hold, coming in touch with the side of you that you may not like, resistance, distress, delay, constraint, or restraint. Reflect on how bad things can be and appreciate what you have. Yeah, we were just talking about that, right? Being appreciative of what you have. And then this is angel number, and I think that is the angel number for Archangel Raphael, which is all about healing. And that is number 22. And of course, I can't read it. Let me see. It's a master number. It's about healing, harmony, trust, intuition, spiritual connection, master. I can't read that. Service to others, spiritual attainment. I'm still not sure what that other word is. So yeah, it's Archangel Raphael, and Raphael is the healer, heart chakra, heart energy, and I believe the creator of the tree of life. Okay, so the Black Moon astrology card for the day, oh lovely, is Pluto transformation. So I'm going to say that my guess on the energy of this read and the reads that have been coming through lately is definitely Pluto. People living deeply have no fear of death. This was Anais Nin. Pluto, the smallest and outmost planet in our solar system, probably carries the most weight. Which, by the way, for anybody who wants to talk about Pluto is not a planet, it's an ice ball. To NASA, Pluto is an ice ball. To astrologers and anybody who really knows what's going on and isn't trying to manipulate people, it's a planet. Okay? The smallest and outermost planet in our solar system probably carries the most weight. It is the planet of extremes, birth, sex, death, and Pluto's themes. In Greek legend, Pluto was the god of the underworld. His earlier name, Hades, came to designate the dwelling place for the dead. The name Hades means the unseen, and it's a good description of the energies of Pluto, which tends to transform areas of the astrological chart without us knowing until the explosion or blowout. And I just want to say right here, because Pluto's energy can be really intense and really scary. Always remind yourself, if you're going through a Pluto transition or aspect, if you have some intense aspect in your chart and you are under Pluto's thumb, so to speak, meaning that your life is being transformed, you can have some very big things happen in a very short period of time in multiple areas of your life. Like if you have a specific Pluto type of aspect, you can lose your house, your job, your husband, your wife, you could have multiple things come up in your life. And it's a little difficult to maintain during those transits. So, in all situations, but specifically if you have these Pluto transits, you want to remember that Pluto is brutal, but in the end, it is blissful. Once Pluto has finished tearing down what isn't working in your life and has rebuilt your life to a place where everything is working, you will know the bliss of Pluto. Are they hard transits to go through? Absolutely. Absolutely. You're going to have a hard time and you're going to feel picked on and, you're going to feel picked on. But in the end, when it's all over and it's all said and done, you will literally look back and you will think, wow, that was the most amazing thing that ever happened to me. And I say this from a perspective of going through not just one, but 5 very major Pluto transformations since 1995. My life has been in a complete state of flux, and now I'm done. I'm over that. I think I have potentially 2 transits before I die, but for the most part, my major Pluto transits are finished, and I'm very happy to have had them because they've made me who I am today. Pluto was discovered in 1930, and although it is now considered a dwarf planet, transits from Pluto are extremely powerful and bring on significant life changes. In traditional astrology, Pluto is the higher octave of Mars, but has some similarities to Saturn, which is also a force of opposition. Pluto governs renewal and rebirth. It brings to the surface things that have been hidden or have felt or are felt deep inside. These are sometimes painful to confront or they are embarrassing or taboo. This dwarf planet tends to inspire unwelcome surprises. Pluto can be like a tower collapsing in your life, a life from which you must rebuild from the debris and also inspiration. Many things you have relied upon are for always being there may suddenly disappear or leave. More More than anything else, Pluto represents endings and beginnings. It is not the card of physical death per se. So it is very much like the death card or the angel of death in the Angelarium cards. It's transformation. Per se, since in our lifetime we experience many deaths and new starts. This is simply a time when the decks are being wiped clean for new action. Most of the time, you begin to feel ill, at ease, with a feeling of something not right, or things go down strangely with an eerie silence like the Titanic. If you are in a relationship that has been difficult, it will either end or it will deepen and become more fulfilling. Any romance that starts at this time should prove to be intense. It is very important not to try and control things. Instead, surrender to the ups and downs for a while. Although some of these changes may be painful ones, that said, this is a time of intense sexuality. It may come in various forms: great sex, not enough sex, strange sex, but mostly intense and consuming sex. In terms of job or career, it may be a time to get another. When the Pluto card presents itself in a reading, you may have recently been infatuated with a hidden subject, certain mysteries, or the taboo. This could be a time when you are able to sense and feel spirits around you. Sometimes this card can indicate psychic attacks, and thus you should be very careful about who you open up to. Be cautious if you are involved in anything paranormal or occult in nature. You are not particularly vulnerable. In fact, your strength is growing, but it is important at this point in time, to spiritually protect yourself from anything negative, such as vampires, types, people, or lost spirits looking for a home. You may become upset concerning something about your past that turns out not to be what you had always thought. On a more mundane level, you may have to be more careful with your finances, taxes, inheritance, especially. You might have the opportunity to suddenly move to a new home, but be aware the foundation, water, or sewer problems, and also the possibility that the house might be haunted. Think of Pluto as leftover things that tend to languish in a state of decay and decadence, but more positively, rejuvenation, healing, and rebirth. Pluto card in brief is destruction, creation, regeneration, passing away of the old and bringing in the new. People who you know passing away, funeral homes, mortuaries, hospitals, sewers, latrines, bathrooms, dumps, graveyards, that which has been buried, decay, hidden, or unseen things. Ghosts, spirits, dark entities, hauntings, the occult, dark magic, sorcery, tunnels, the underground, vampirism, gothic culture, whether the genitals, procreate, procreative systems, and the lower colon, crossroads, divorce, changes in finances, the culling back of non essentials in life, a twisted outlook, profound rebellion, the colors black, purple, and maroon. Those are all very dominant colors, too. And then you've got corresponding tarot cards, Six of Swords. And the key ideas are transformation, endings, beginnings, new ways, the end of the old, and intensity. And yes, it is very, very intense. So, overall, I think, there was a lot of positive in this read with a little bit of icky undertones being felt by somebody, but in comparison to the way they've been reading, there's been a lot of really bad. You know what? I can smell a man's cologne right now. Somebody, somebody is in this energy here. It's a good smelling cologne, at least. Yeah, but it is definitely a cologne. Anyway, be very cautious. Not in a paranoid way, just in a, everyday kind of way about things that you're seeing or things that you're hearing or, double check everything. Verify everything. Make sure that what you think is actually going on is actually what's going on. Because there is a lot of confusing energy and incorrect assumptions out there right now. And I'm seeing it in just about everything. From, what the cost of a stamp is to bigger political issues. And there seems to be a lot of confusion, and yet everybody is fighting as though they know the answer very clearly, and they're not going to let go of it ever. And whenever you're doing that, you can bet it's probably wrong. Anyway, love and blessings all.